Today, I was doing a lot of studying and I came across this a while ago, and I thought I might share it because I think it's applicable to our lives today. And in my studies, I came across the 9 noble virtues. These 9 noble virtues have these components: courage, discipline, fidelity, honor, hospitality, industriousness, perseverance, self-reliance, and truth. Let's address courage first. According to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, courage is the mental or moral strength to venture, persevere, and withstand danger, fear, or difficulty. And I have a couple quotes here. 1, courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the assessment that something else is more important than fear. And that was Franklin Delano Roosevelt. FDR also defined fear as nameless, unreasoning, and unjustified terror which paralyze needed efforts to convert retreat into advance. Another quote: I learned that courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers the fear. And that was Nelson Mandela. When I was in the service, I had learned that courage is doing the right thing when one more. Mary Marshall said, courage is doing the right thing when no one is looking and no one will ever know. I had learned that courage is not the absence of fear, but acting positively in spite of it. One uses courage to motivate oneself to attain a successful outcome when confronted with a threat. In practical terms, it is facing darkness. It is bravery to do what is right in spite of the consequences. Next virtue, discipline. The dictionary defines this as orderly or prescribed conduct of pattern of behavior. Training that corrects, molds, or perfects the mental faculties or moral character. A rule or system of rules governing conduct or activity. It is the key of deepening one's commitment and relationship to the gods, and it is first and foremost the most important building block in the foundation of an honorable life. Without discipline, there will be no real progress. Find your will, find your discipline, and find your freedom. That came from Jocko Willink in Discipline Equals Freedom. To fight weakness, procrastination, and fear, one needs discipline. According to Jocko Willink, discipline is the root of all good qualities. It is a core principle that overcomes laziness and lethargy and excuses. Another virtue, fidelity. According to the dictionary, the quality or state of being faithful. It is committing oneself to the gods, family, friends, community, and it is loyalty. Next virtue, honor. According to the dictionary, a keen sense of ethical conduct, integrity, one's word given as a guarantee of performance. In other words, living up to your word. It is not compromising one's relationships with one's deity, self, family, friends, or community. One's honor is his or her worth. Something to ask yourself if you don't know what it is. Do you feel that you are looked down upon, or do you feel that you are looked up to? Can you face your gods and tell them that you have done right? Can you take responsibility for your part when things go wrong? Hospitality. Definition: hospitable treatment, reception, or disposition. That broken down is given to generous and cordial reception of guests and offering a pleasant or sustaining environment. It means approaching others in the spirit of right goodwill, which means that you accept that those who approach you within the community are doing so honorably and without any hidden agenda or malicious intent. When a guest comes to your home, one should offer him or her drink and something to eat. Work hard to make the guest feel comfortable. On the other hand, if you are the recipient of hospitality, offer return gifts. Limit your impact on their resources. Help the host as needed with work or chores. Do something good for them. A short quote from Hetty Lang of NCIS. This was a character. And very shortly, it's keep your wits sharp, your heart open. Next virtue, industriousness. According to the dictionary, constantly and regularly or habitually active or occupied. It is vital that we work hard at what we seek to achieve. Without consistent and well-directed effort, our goals will not be reached. It is about constantly striving to develop one's gifts and talents and sharing those gifts with others, as well as using them to make an impact on the world at large. It entails accepting the responsibility to do your life's work with the God and as the gods define it. It leads to success. When I was in the military, our industriousness was like work hard, play hard. And it looked like this. We worked to stay at the top of our combat ability by studying and developing and practicing. When we played games that developed speed, coordination, swiftness, agility, stamina, teamwork, and camaraderie. All this contributed to staying industrious, which led to our success. Next virtue is perseverance, which is defined as continued effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties, failure, or opposition. It goes hand in hand with discipline. It means not giving up, keeping to your goals, and holding the gods always in the mind and central to your life. I'd like to share a situation with me. I was going through a particular course that was extremely difficult. A lot of the people that were attending, I felt were smarter than me in the field. I felt they were stronger than me. I felt they were more adept than I was. But I persevered. Many of them fell away from the course. They ended up voluntarily withdrawing. I stayed with it, and I graduated the course and got my Green Beret. Next virtue, self-reliance, which is defined as reliance on one's own efforts and abilities. Self-reliance is the spirit of independence, which is achieved not only for the individual, but also for the family, community, and nation. It is ensuring that one can take care of oneself first, and then one's family and loved ones, then the community, and then the nation. It's important to know that one cannot take care of others if one cannot care for themselves. Start with one's spirit, then body, and then all the others. Next virtue, truth. Defined as the property of being in accord with fact or reality, and sincerity in action, character, and utterance. Truth is the willingness to be honest and to say what one knows to be true and right. It means having the courage to walk honestly despite difficulties or discomforts. One needs to tell the truth even when there can be painful consequences. One needs to tell the truth and not be misleading. Along with the truth comes responsibility. Everything one says will affect themselves, and just as importantly, everyone that hears it. There you have it, 9 noble virtues. They're not static ideals, but rather constantly evolving goals to which we must always strive. It means being responsible, accountable, and being alive. And so live well. Let's go ahead and do a meditation here. Let's go ahead, sit down, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Clear your mind of everything. And once your mind is clear, think about what your day is like every day, how you start it, how you go through it, and how you end it. And then think of these words and how it can apply to your day. Courage. Discipline. Fidelity. Honor. Industriousness. Hospitality. Perseverance. Self-reliance. Truth. As we come out of this meditation, let's think how these virtues can make us a better person. And I'd like to finish with these words to continue the quote that I started with Hetty Lang from NCIS. Take care of yourself. Trust your instincts. They've brought you this far. Keep your wit sharp. Keep your heart open. And I'll paraphrase this, always be ready and able. Thank you very much.